Yeah. Yeah. I told you. So, Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Just put the curtain, it's so bright. Just put the curtain, put a light here. Oh, light here? Yeah. So, Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. So, we will start today's introduction to Sri Vidya with a prayer. The Saket will be singing a song. Shambho Shankara Deva Shankara Deva Bole Baba Mahadeva Sai Baba Mahadeva Shambho Shankara Deva Padi Prabhu Sharanam Deva Padi Prabhu Sharanam Deva Bole Baba Mahadeva Sai Baba Mahadeva. Sri Guru Pyo Namaha. Welcome everybody. Yesterday we had a very good Parayanam in Naini and Sai's house. It was wonderful. All of you could come and chant the Devi Mahatmyam for the Shata Chandi Homam. So today, what based on everybody's request, everybody wanted to know about the Sri Vidya concepts in terms of what it is and why we are doing it, what is that significance, and what is the process in terms of getting the benefits of Sri Vidya Rahasya or the secrets of Sri Vidya. Getting the benefits, we have to have the process. So I will explain the process based on our Bhaskara Prakasha Ashram tradition, which we have been following. So I will also give a very high level in terms of why if you think about Sri Vidya, if you want to learn about it, why it is very confusing, why there are different methods with different schools of thought, there is so much variation, and how we can continue to do without getting walked in the a maze of things where you go into a maze and you are not able to either come out nor you can go and reach where you want, because you are just going around without knowing what it is. So that is the purpose of today's introduction. So in the from the Vedas, the worship of goddess is prevalent. It is so we all start with from the Vedic concept of from the Veda, particularly the Rig Veda, which has all the mantras. That is where all the prayers to the goddess, which is the energy of this manifested and unmanifested universe, or everything. What is that? That energy, the power of that, you can call, if you give it in a feminine or a divine form, then you can call that as a goddess. So it is just, you have to understand this. If any time you are, if I have to explain again, just let me know so that I can explain. So this concept of the Brahman, which cannot be defined, which is the undefined concept of the sum total of everything, what has happened, what is going to happen, all the matter, energy, everything we perceive, see, we think about, all of that, which is not comprehensible in our realm of our normal thought process. So you have to get beyond that to understand. So in that normal thought process, so we are using the normal thought process, which has our human limitations due to the Maya Shakti, which is limited knowledge. Using that limited knowledge, we are trying to get to the unlimited knowledge of the Brahman. That is the highest attainment for a Sri Vidya Upasaka, is to attain that concept of the Brahman, which in a normal way, where if somebody says, if I have to explain it to me, it is very difficult to explain that concept because it is not available anywhere. If you say you want to buy rice, if I have to explain what is rice, I can say it is like a grain, you cook, you can eat, you go to a shop, you say you want 1 kilogram or something, they can give, then you can see it, perceive it, you can eat it, enjoy it, so everything will happen. So I can easily explain why, because it is in our realm of our normal day-to-day work or our own intelligence. So the next stage is the concept where you have to transcend to the next stage, which is the super intelligent state, where the Brahman is in that state. So then you can realize that Brahman. So all of the Vedas, the ultimate aim is, they say dharma, artha, kama, moksha. The moksha is the highest attainment, which is realizing the highest Brahman. How we have to do it is, the Vedas prescribe a path of saying, when you say dharma, is using the Vedic teachings, the Vedic mantras, to see how we can go into, like, how we can do our karma or our duties, the pujas, the sadhanas, japas, how we all do with our own action, go into the dharma, then get the dharma, artha, kama. So first three are the prelude or preliminary things for the fourth one, which is the moksha, which is the highest attainment. But the fourth attainment is the one where every scripture or every shastra, if you take any Upanishad or Brahma Sutra Bhashyam, anything you take, it is going to talk about the fourth concept, which is very difficult. But we have to attain it. So this Sri Vidya, where what we will see is, we know that is the ultimate concept we want to achieve, which is the fourth concept. But our focus will be on the dharma, artha and kama. So that is where you have to understand. So though you are focusing, you should, why I am saying this is, you should never forget the highest concept. But just using the highest concept, we cannot go there, because highest concept, even the Mandukya Upanishad, it says adrishyam, avyavagharam, agrahyam, alakshanam, achintyam, avyapadeshyam. So it says everything is negative. You say you cannot think about it, you cannot dream about it, you cannot perceive it, you cannot do this. Then it says alaksha avachintyam avyapadesham ekatma pratyasaram prapanchopasamam shantam shivam advaitam chaturtham manyante. So it gives the three states of the Jagrat, Swapna and Sushupti, which is Jagrat is our waking stage, which you can understand. Then the Swapna, that also you can understand. Because though you don't fully remember, immediately after the dream state, when you wake up, you remember something, then it goes away. All that, whatever you remember, goes away, but the Swapna state also, you can all understand the dream state. The Sushupti is the deep state. Although during deep state, you do not know what is happening, during that 8 hours or 7 hours, 6 hours, whatever time you are sleeping, in the deep sleep, the Sushupti state, after getting up, at least you know that you are sleeping for 8, 7 hours. From the time, you can just do a simple math and see you have been sleeping that time. Although you do not, if somebody says, what is the proof that you are sleeping? You know, I don't have any proof. Just that time I know, this time I went to sleep, this time I got up. In between, I was totally not aware of anything which is happening. Right? So that is the deep sleep state, Sushupti state. Then the fourth state, so it is easily explaining, the Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad explains, Jagrat, Swapna. So the fourth are Turiya state, which is the fourth. It is explaining everything in a negative say, like you cannot. Because the reason is, the first 3 states is in our realm of normal consciousness, which we have. And the supreme consciousness is the 4th stage. So that is why in the Sri Vidya, if you go, we have basic Upanishads from the Vedas, because we always have what we call the Shruti Pramana, or the Vedic, our Pramana, or what you base on. So everything you have to base on something. There are some set of rules which you base in the. You cannot say that everything will happen with some regularity and something. If the sun has to rise, it cannot say 3 days I want to take vacation, so you will not have sun for 3 days. It has to happen every time. The niyati, the state of what is happening, will always happen in a clockwork, or it happens. So in that fourth realm, it says the Kaula Upanishad, which is the Upanishad for the Sri Vidya. There are 3 Upanishads basically. The Bhavana Upanishad from the Veda, then the Tripura Upanishad, and the Kaula Upanishad. So the Kaula Upanishad gives just like high level philosophy of what is Sri Vidya, like the Vidya, what are the do's and don'ts of the Upasaka. It just gives like a high level principle of that. So there it says Atma Jnana Moksha. So it says that if you want to go to the 4th stage, it only comes with self-knowledge, Atma Jnana. So it says, then you will be under, I don't want everybody to get confused, because when we say that it is not like a contradiction, that when you do a puja, you are doing puja to outside. But when we say the Atma Jnana and Moksha, you cannot think it is a contradiction, that there it says you do inward looking thing. So you try to go inward into your own and then contemplate on your own Atman to get that final thing. Because the outer or the Bhakya Puja which you do, this is again the concept of Sri Vidya, which you do the outer concept, that will provide you what we call the Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta is our consciousness, and the consciousness is impure or clouded consciousness. It's like somebody having a cataract in the eyes. They are not, everything is clouded for them. They are not able to see properly. But a surgeon just removes that cloud, right? Then they are able to see. So that is why in the Sri Vidya, that person who removes that veil or the cloud is the Guru, who just removes that, and then now they are able to automatically see everything very clearly, and whatever they have, the questions, they themselves get the answers. Gurostu maunam vyakhyanam shishyaha chinna samshayaha. That is the Dakshinamurti, where the Guru is sitting and all the Sishyas are all sitting. The Guru is very young Guru. The Sishyas are all very old. They are all sitting. They have thousands and thousands of questions to ask. Then they come and sit in front of the Guru, and now everybody is thinking, they have made a big laundry list, like a huge list of all the questions they want to answer, ask the Guru. They are sitting, and then just that by sitting, the Guru's the Maunam, so they are asking mentally, and then the Guru's answer is Maunam. Maunam, Vyakhya. So all the explanation is just Maunam, means silence. Is totally silent. And immediately what happens? All the doubts and clarifications which the Sishya wants, it just goes away automatically. Just like that. Now they have no more questions to ask because they already got all the answers just by that mere sitting. So this is the concept here that is where the concept of the triad of a Sri Vidya or a triangle is the mantra which is by the Guru. So the mantra has a Devata or a goddess, and there is also a yantra like a Sri Chakra. And in between it is your own Atman. So you are connected to the Guru, to the mantra, and the Devata as one. So this is a very, very important concept. So no longer you are different from your Guru, you are different from the goddess, or different from the yantra or the puja which we are doing. So if you understand this concept, then you will see, first I said the Kauda Upanishad gives you high level understanding of the concept of Sri Vidya. Then there is another Upanishad called Tripura Upanishad. Again, 3 is also 3. Sanskrit 3 is also English 3. So Tripura is 3 places or 3, which is the Tripura Upanishad. So Tripura, so the Ambal, the goddess, is called Tripura Sundari. So the 3, she resides in the 3. It's a Tripuram. Like it's also called Sripuram. So the Tripura Upanishad gives the ways and methods of doing the Sri Chakra Puja in like a Bahya Puja or the outside Puja. Like where you do the yantra, where you have the Patra Sadhanam, you do the Prasadam, you are offering flowers, you are offering the Upacharas, all that we are doing, that is provided by the Upanishad called Tripura Upanishad. Then there is another Upanishad, which is the Bhavana Upanishad. It is also the same, but now the Bhavana Upanishad says, because the concept I have explained, that you are not different from the Guru, you are not different from the mantra, you are not different from the Devata. You are the same. So now the Bhavana Upanishad uses our own human body and maps that into the Sri Chakra, and then we do all the Navavarna Puja in our own body as the Sri Chakra. So now to whom you are doing the puja, so it is not to you, but the Atman inside, which is also the Parabrahman or the highest, which I said, which is inconceivable. That inconceivable material or object or anything, that inconceivable is what you are now. It is, where is that inconceivable? It is in your own inside, depth. Yeah, Antarmukha Samaradhya Bagirmukha Sudurlabha. It just says so. It's a good point you made. So these 3 Upanishads are from the highest level. After that, so you have the Kauda Upanishad, then Tripura Upanishad, Bhavana Upanishad. So Tripura Upanishad, which is from the Rig Veda again, gives the mantra for the Sri Vidya as well as the process of doing the puja. Everything is given in Tripura Upanishad. How we do the nyasa, all that. Later on, I will explain what are the process for attaining. So in the Tripura Upanishad, there is a mantra Kamo Yoni Kamakala Vadrapan Guha Gasa Matarishva Pramindra Punar Guha Sakala Mayayacha Ruchesha Vishwamatati Vidya. So it says Vidya. So what is this Vidya? So the Veda mantras always are giving every mantra in a secret way, because it's a Ragasya mantra, it cannot be revealed. So they gave it like, so you have to decode it. So you have to know Kamo, Yonihi, Ka means Kavaha, then it is Ka. Yonihi, then you know it is A. Then Kamakala means E. So the fourth Turiya, which is inconceivable, it is the Kamakala or the Sri Maha Tripurasundar Sri Vidya, the highest concept is called E. So Ka, A, E. Then Kamo, Kamakala, Vajrapanihi means Indra. So Indra in the Veda, you always say Lam Indra, ya Sanga, Lam. So then you know Ka, Ye, E, La. That is so. So Vajrapanihi, Guha means the secret one, the Guha, which is Khreem. So Kajayi, La Khreem. So that is how you get all the mantra in that one. So how they have put it in a way that this secret or this mantra is protected. Because when we dress, what we do is, we know whatever most important part in our human body, every part is important, but if some part is very important, we protect that. We don't show it outside. We want to protect that important part because it is secret. Somebody says, why it is? Because it is important, you are protecting. There is no other reason. Same way, this the mantra, the Panchadashi mantra is important, it is protected. So this Panchadashi mantra is also in another Upanishad from Atharva Veda called Devi Upanishad, where this mantra and this is the Panchadashi mantra, and then it is given how that what is that Panchadashi mantra, who is the Devata or the goddess for that, it is given in the Devi Upanishad, which you all say do when we do the Devi Mahatmyam. Another mantra in that Upanishad is the Vang Maya Brahmasus Tasmat Sattam Vaktra Samanvitam Surya Avama Stotra Bindu, which is the Chamu Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaya Viche mantra. That 9-letter mantra, which says Parama Ananda Dayakaha, means gives the highest human attainment of the moksha or the oneness with the Supreme, which is you can call goddess or anything you can call, but which is the highest. And where is that Parame? That is actually, it is Parame Vyoman, that whole universe, whatever external you see, that is the what we call the macro is in your own microcosm, which is your Atman or inside. So that is where you so finally everything goes into say you do the Bagir Puja so that you would get Chitta Shuddhi. So because this is a difficult concept, we need detailed explanations. So these detailed explanations, so if somebody wants to know exactly, like in a very detailed way, the Sri Vidya, so the Lalita Sahasranama Bhasha, the Lalita Sahasranam is the one which gives the every detail of different types of Sri Vidya Upasana, and for each type, what are the things, how we do, how the whole prayer is done. So it gives like everything, Lalita Sahasranama. Same thing, another text which gives the whole gist of Sri Vidya is Saundarya Lagari. That also gives exactly the whole concept of the Sri Vidya, the Puja, everything is given by Saundarya Lagari. And Tripura Stavarajam gives in much more detail, very explicitly. But Lalita Sahasranama and Saundarya Lagari, you have to understand it properly. It gives in a slightly different way. Lalita Sahasranama and Saundarya Lagari, you have to, with the commentators, because they don't want to reveal that very easily. Like they have written the Lalita Sahasranama and Saundarya Lagari as a shloka for somebody who wants to really understand the concept in detailed way, that they can. So that is one thing. Second thing is, the Sri Vidya's difficulty comes due to the knowledge available. You may ask me, actually the knowledge available is the one which is going to remove ignorance and going to be useful. If you ask me why I am saying that excess or more knowledge itself will be a problem. Is today's world, because of the internet, so much is available. So you want to know about anything, you will get like 10,000 different pages. But what is internet? Internet is not God. It is not Brahman. It is some finite person like me or somebody, some finite person writing in some blog page or some post they are putting somewhere, and that is what you are going to read. Because it is done by finite person, there's no oneness. There will be thousands of posts, and you read all the thousands, you get totally confused. So the first thing you do is do not learn from the internet. That is the first thing. Even when you learn from the internet, have it in mind. Have the power of discrimination or the viveka, and also have the power of questioning everything, not accepting. If somebody sends you a forward and say this happened, I went to this acharya, this thing, so they send you a forward. So immediately what happens? Immediately they believe in that forward. I'm not saying the forward is true, right? I'm not going into that. So don't think that I am saying that all the forwards are wrong, or I'm not saying that. What I am saying, think about if anything is there, see whether what you make your own judgment and think deeply inside and see what is right, what is wrong, what is true, what is untrue in your own mind. I'm not saying that you should get that and then I want you to say this is what I realized. Like there are realized people like Buddha. Buddha said, "Oh, I realized this," and then he. So everybody can get realization, all of us, and all of us can become Buddha. We can all. What will happen is the world will become more problematic because now you have so many Buddhas instead of Buddhas. I'm just saying you have to be careful enough that we have to make sure that not only we are confused, we should not confuse others. So the internet is the place for confusing everybody in this world. So that is one of the place. So there are many places like that, but that is one place where you can easily get. So I'm just going to give. So for example, Lalita Sahasranama, I just go quote, because then when you say you are Sri Vidya, because of the internet, everybody first will ask a wrong question because they don't know what Sri Vidya is. So they will say, so you are saying you are Sri Vidya, so which achara you are? So they will say, I am Samayachara, I am Dakshinachara, I am this Vamachara, I am Kaulachara. So that is the first wrong question, which is wrong question, and all wrong answers in internet. So wrong question and wrong answers very plenty. But if you want the right thing, you just go into like the Lalita Sahasranamam talks about every achara. Savya, Dakshina, Vama, Kaula, all of that are in Lalita Sahasranamam explained very clearly in Lalita Sahasranamam. But if I want to confuse people with my own intelligence and with my own strength of argument, say I am a lawyer, whatever be, if the case is so weak, a very, very powerful, strong lawyer can just change that into, he can prove that the wrong is right because of his power of argument. Right? Same way, even with this, the different, the achara or sabya, what is in the Lalita Sahasranama, some commentator can twist that also to suit everybody's needs. That's why I'm saying you have to understand. But from a high level, if I say, in the Lalita Sahasranama, it is explaining in a different way. So it says, it first starts, the first 100 namas is about the physical aspect of Mahatripura Sundari or Lalitambika. So she says how she is, how her face is, how smiling she is, how loving she is, what are like it goes into the physical aspect of Lalita Mahatrapa Sundari in the first. But even in that physical aspect, there are always a mantra hidden. You would have seen when it says about says that the 32 the teeth of, so it says it is Dvija Pankti, right? So the Dvija Pankti is the two Panktis or the two lines, which is 16 and 16. So it says that 16 is the Maha Shodashi mantra into that, which is done by the Dvija or the initiated. It is a twice born. Dvija means the initiated or the twice born. So the first time you get the birth, and then when you get the initiation, you get the second birth. So that is called twice born, or Dvi means second, Ja means Janma, the second Janma, the second. So those Dvija, once they have the Dvija, they said Dvija Pankti Nishevita. Right? You know what? So that where all the 16 times 2 of the teeth is mentioned. So it is not just the physical aspect which is mentioned, but there is also hidden aspect of the Sri Vidya Tantra in the physical aspect. Then it says, it goes into the Savya Marga, where the puja, the Upasaka does only doing the Kundalini sadhana, where he is doing the Kundalini Utthapanam, the Satchakra Bhedaram, then he is able to realize and take his Kundalini into the Sahasrara, and it's a realization. So that type of puja, when you do, you can say it is Savyachara. Then another type of puja you are doing. For example, you are doing the Navakshari Japa or the Panchadashi Japa. Then you are doing Nyasa, all of that. That type of is Dakshinachara. Then you are taking a flower, invoking the goddess in another Murti, or in Sri Chakra. Then you are offering flowers, you are asking Dhupa, Deepa, Devedyam, all that. That is called Vamachara. So when you do internal puja, so that is why I said this question is wrong. You say I am all the 4 acharas, because when you do like the Kundalini Upasana, there is nothing says that you cannot do all the 4. You can do, you will try to do a meditation of the Kundalini and try to do the Satchakra Vedana. Then you are a Savyachara. You can do just Japa and Nyasa, and then you can be just, others will think that person is sleeping, but that person is doing Japa. So that is Dakshinachara. You can take the flowers and then do a puja outside, Bhagya Puja. That is Vamachara. All of these 3 together form the achara called the Kaulachara. So that is how the Upanishad for the Sri Vidya is the Kaula. Why it is given different aspects is, so now the Bhavana Upanishad comes, where just by the Bhavana, without any using external thing, that person gets Bhavana Paro Jivan Mukto Bhavati. The final end result, or the final intention of everybody, is that final, which is the moksha or the highest attainment. And there are millions and millions of ways to go to that attainment. So that attainment, so based on the sadhaka or the upasaka, the guru gives that person, they will find that for you, this is the method. Then another, so they say a guru has 5 sishyas. So he called one shishya and say, you do this type of puja. This is what for you it is correct. Then he calls another. So you do Savyachara. You say you do this type of puja. You do all the nyasa, that is alone for you. You don't have to do any other puja. Then the third person, he says, this is how you should do. So now these people, they start at their own and say, so this is how my guru taught. So this is how always everybody should be doing. So the another same guru's another shishya says, no, he is totally wrong. Guru told me these are the things. So only these are all correct. So all that other person is saying is wrong because my Guru told me. So what is here common? The Guru told everybody. That is truth. He told everybody this is how you should. But what he did is based on the individual's capability and the individual's learning ability as well as where they are, the Guru will prescribe. So you go to a medical doctor. So 5 times you went with 5 ailments. So he prescribed. Then now you put a board. So I don't have to go and do any medical thing. You come, most of the thing will be in this 5. So you come to me, I know because already I have 5 prescriptions. So I just have to use these prescriptions and just give it to you. Right? You can you do that? Can somebody do just because? So it's like a medical proof. So everybody, it is individual. It is not universal. That is why there is so much confusion. Because a individual Atma Vidya, Mahavidya, Sri Vidya, Kama Sevita. So it says this is the greatest Vidya. What is the greatest Vidya? Which is also Atma Vidya, which is your own self-realization. It is for self-realization. And that Vidya is called the Sri Vidya. So this is what Lalita Sahasranam says. So Sri Vidya means Atma Vidya, Mahavidya. So you have to understand Maha means greatest. So that is the greatest Vidya. And that greatest Vidya is your own Atma Vidya, where using all the process given by the Tantras, so if now we are given the concept, now how to reach the concept? That is why when we started today, we did there are Parayanas. There is something called Nyasa. There is something called Parayana. Then there is also something called Japa. So today we started with the Parayanam. We did the Navanatha Parayanam because the 9 Nathas of the Gurus. So we started with the Navanathas. So the 9 Nathas are all like in a Sri Vidya calendar, we have 9 days in a week. So the 9 Nathas are the like Sunday, Monday, like that. Then you have Prakasha Anandanatha Vasara or the day. So Sunday is like say Prakasha Anandanatha. Then Monday. So instead of 7, you have 9. So that is what we started doing today. Then you have the Ghatika, where the time in a day, 24 hours is split into 60. So we have 60 Ghatikas in a day. So that is another Parayana, Ghatika Parayana. Then you have Tattva Parayana, or the concept of the Sri, the most important concept is called the Tattvas, where you will say Shiva, Shakti, Sadashiva, Ishvara, Shuddha Vidya, Maya, Kala, Avidya, Raga, Kala. So like that you have 36 Tattvas. So with that we also do the Tattva Parayana. So those 3 Parayanas we did. Then there are other Parayanas like the Titinitya Parayana. Then you have the Nama Parayana, Mantra Parayana. So these are all Parayanas. So these Parayanas, again, they are all like an internal concept. It is not. If you want to do a puja, you can do with the same Parayana. You can just take the flowers and then offer it. Or that is also not required. You can do internally also. The Parayana. Same thing, Japa, that is internal. Nyasa, you invoke in your own papa. You all do when we do the Devi Mahatmyam, the Chandi Mahalakshmi Nyasa. What you do? Am Namaha, Am Namaha. So you invoke Im Namaha. So if we say right time, so always say Im. So left eye, right ear is always So when you touch that, it is not just touching it, but you try to get that energy of that Devata in that right eye, in that particular part of the body. So your own whole human body becomes that Devata itself. That finally, if you invoke every part of your body into that particular Devata, when you do the Nyasa, you become that. That is how you are merging what I said, the inconceivable Parabrahman, which is somewhere where you don't know where it is, into your own. So when you do that into your own, you are able to get the unity of that Parabrahman, or called what we call the Paramatman, into your own Atman, which is the Jivatman. And that unity is also called Shiva Shakti Aikya. when the Kundalini, Kula Kundalini, which is your Shakti, is that energy concept, you merge with the Shiva, which is the unchangeable Brahman, the inert Brahman, you get it. So how do you, that is why finally when you have to get into this, so these pujas, so it is like a gradation. First, when you do a lot of many pujas, then only you are able to sit and try to focus and do the japa. Then you are able to get into a deep meditative state where you are just like Shiva means you are not even moving. They say Shivanena Iru means you just like you are doing nothing. Internally, actually, you are contemplating very deeply. For outsiders, they will say he's just doing nothing, but internally they are contemplating. If you do Shivane, then you actually reach that Shiva or the highest by doing this. That is why they say Shivane. By Shivanena, by in Sanskrit, right? By that Shiva, by being the Shiva means also inertness or doing nothing or Shanti. By that Shanti, you reach that Shiva, which is the Parabrahman Shiva. So this is the meaning of when you say Shivana. It means by doing that, it is not by doing nothing. That is what again I am saying. It is not by doing nothing. It is by doing all the process of japa, puja, homa, all the karma. You do all that, get the chitta shuddhi, and you get to that attainment. So that is a big difference. Somebody is like, I have not done it. So one person is sitting. He has learnt every Veda, all the Shastras. He knows everything. He is the Pitadipati. He is in the Matadipati. He is sitting that as the Pitadipati of that Mata. So, and he has renounced everything. He has put red clothes and he has renounced everything. So another person, he comes. He has also not learned anything. But he doesn't know anything. But he says, I have also renounced. I have renounced nothing. But end result is both are same. He had like 100. He removed that 100. So he is now 0. Anyway, I had 0. I removed the 0. I am also 0. So 0 minus 0 and 100 minus 100 is still, we are both same. So everybody does namaskara to that sannyasi who was now is 0. They are doing. Then this person says, why? You come to me also. I am also 0. He is also 0. Why should you go to that 0? Because both zeros, you cannot differentiate between two zeros. Both zeros are same. Why is it you are going to that 0? Because there is a big difference. This person has got to the process of all of that, did all that, get the cleansing chitta shuddhi by doing all the karma, dharma, doing all that which is prescribed, and then he realized and then he left. You cannot say, anyway, we have to live. Now only I leave everything now. I don't want to do anything. I will just sleep and it is the best thing because it's the most easiest. Because anyway, finally we have to leave everything. Why we should even, like what is there? We don't. That's not the thing. Because everybody in this world, from the birth, when the birth happens of anything in this world, any finite thing, other than Brahman, which is anything which is not, the only Brahman is called Nityam. All of which we see, perceive is Anityam or which is not permanent. Not permanent means when there is something, a Jananam, it is also, that's a destruction. Right? There is Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara. You have to have, when something is born, what is the most important thing which you, so that is not going to be there for after some time. After 100 years, 500 years, 1000 years, that thing which you are, even a tree, you cannot say a tree will be there for millions of years. So you go to a national park and say, oh, this tree is very old. This is 400 years old. That's what you can see. You cannot say that. So if somebody asks, okay, where is a tree which is a million years old? You cannot. Because if it is born, it is bound to die. But just because of that, you cannot say that So you plant a sapling of a tree, then you are thinking, anyway, after 1,000 years, this tree is going to fall. So I just pluck it now and I will throw it down. Because I don't, anyway, it is going to. So we don't take that thing. Same thing. We try to use that. The tree tries to benefit the whole world when it is alive. Same way, humans try to benefit everybody and they benefit their own Atman by doing the realization into the highest power. So, this Sri Vidya, the first method where the Sri Vidya, how it is, I am giving the old one. First, they give Mahaganapati mantra. Then they will say, okay, you do so many times Mahaganapati. Then they will do Bala mantra. Then the Navakshari mantra. Once they have done the Navakshari or the Devi Mahatmyam for maybe 20 years to long years, then they come to the stage of the Panchadashi. So this is the gradation. So now, if you come, you all know, like many of you are doing this Navakshari. So the next grade will be the Panchadashi. So this is like a grade. So 1, 2, 3. So this is how you start. Then you go into this. Then you go to the next stage. Then you go to. So even within that stage, there are many like the nyasas are there. Every day you do the parayana. So again, another concept here is there are different mandalis. So we just follow. There is nothing right, which is right and which is wrong. So first thing we have to get into when you do the Sri Vidya Upasaka is we cannot be starting to be judgmental. So we are no longer like a judge. So once you are into this worship of Sri Vidya, so you lose the concept of being a judge. So then you know, because again the Kaula Upanishad says, what is right and what is wrong itself is so much of a thing that as I mentioned, a wrong thing can be proven to be right by a strong lawyer. So if you cannot, so they say you don't convince somebody saying that my path is the right path and your path is not right. Nor you say your path is right or what. Every path has its own advantage and disadvantage. That is one thing. But when you go into a path, some mandalis, like, so that is why the Sri Vidya, when I said every is so much different, because they all follow the Guru's Vakya becomes the paramount in Sri Vidya. Not the text, not the books, not what is in the book, but the whatever the Guru says becomes so much important. So I will give an example here. So this was actually by a Chinese who actually told the king, who was very much into all the sages, whatever written, like all the written text of before. So he was very much believing this. This person said, they are all a waste, all the books. Then he gave, I'm not saying this is right, he's just giving one example. He says he is doing a wheel and he says that if I cut it too slow, that I go too deep into that and it is no longer smooth. If I do it too fast, the wheel is very smooth, but it is not, the depth is not there. So he says, then I use my own mind, it comes from my own heart, and then I have over years, now he says he's 75 years, and he has done over years, he has actually made sure that he makes the best wheel. Or take a painter. A painter does so much thing, and a painter, it goes just by his strokes. So some strokes are good, some strokes. So how does he know that if you want to have a depth, what stroke he has to do? How does he bring out something? So this person says, if I was able to translate my own experience of 80 years of painting Then I could have taught my son how he will paint and I would have retired. But I have not done that because what I can teach somebody would be only 1 or 2% of what I have in my own heart. I cannot pour out my heart. So he says all the books only pour out what is the slush or waste, which is only 1 or 2%. But what is inside him goes away with that person when he dies. That's what. Not to say that books are not good. I'm just saying you have to get that concept that books will. That is why in the Sri Vidya they will sit in the presence of the Guru and then they try to assimilate maximum into them. Can they impact fully to impart that knowledge to others? It is not possible. So they try to get exact. They only try to see how much best we can impart that knowledge to somebody else. That is what everybody tries to do. So you know that these are the nyasa, the puja, all of that are there. So when you go into the Navakshari, you are in that is also important part of the Sri Vidya. Then the Panchadasha mantra. Once you know the Panchadasha mantra, then you are going to learn all the nyasas, then the Parayana, then you try to do the japa, then you also try to learn the Navavarna Puja. So that is the final one. So the puja, getting to do the Navavarna Puja is the final one. So now here you can say, would everybody, if there are 10 students of a Sri Vidya, first of all, the Guru is not imparting equal knowledge to everybody. He is telling one person, for you this is sufficient. For another person he says, based on your work, based on what you are doing, based on your family situation, you do this. Based on your job, your touring job, you do this only. This is fine for you. So because everybody is different. There is no two human beings same. They are all different. So it is a prescription for every individual. That is one thing. So now it comes to, because it is individual, you can have a healthy competition. That is good, because then it motivates you to learn. Then you can say, oh, this person has learned this, so I should also learn. That is very good. But not that you are forcing yourself, oh, that person has learned this, I have not learned, so this is bad. No, that is not correct. So you go in your own pace. Don't compare with anybody else that they have come to this stage. Every stage is fine. Every stage, even a person who has not learned, one person told me that for them, he is a very devoted to the goddess, and he came for Chandi Homam. He said, what I should do? I cannot chant Devi Mahatmyam. Said, okay, fully you chant the Navakshari mantra. So that person with so much full devotion chanted the Navakshari mantra when the whole Devi Chandi Homam was happening. He also gets. So that person is no less than anybody else. That's what I'm saying. There is nothing like a high, this person is able to do this, this person is able to. There are nothing like. It is for your own satisfaction. So you learn in your own pace. Why I am saying is, in some mandalis, they do not want this type of. Some gurus in their mandali will make sure everybody gets the same prescription, same thing, irrespective of that person's capability or the Shishya's capability. So they will say that this is the thing, when you come to our Guru Parampara, this is exactly you have to do. So rule number 1, you should not go to any other mandali. Rule number 2, you should not go to any other puja. You should be fully only here. So most Sri Vidya mandalis are like that. They are like that because they are restrictive. So somebody asked me, is there benefit of being restrictive? Yes, there are a lot of benefits of being restrictive. Then they said, why we are not restrictive? I said, because our parampara, we feel that when they come to a certain stage, without my forcing, there are Sishyas who leave everything and then they try to come and then say, okay, this is what we want. I have come to the stage that I am fully only devoted to this. I want to only learn this path. There will be few. There will be few who will say, I will do, for me, I want to learn some like bits and pieces here, bits and pieces there. I want to do everything. That is also fine. So somebody asked me why you are, I am not going to stop any of this, because I explained that that it is not single prescription for everybody. Everybody is different. And everybody's space is different, because some say I want to only focus on this because I want to learn it within 2-3 years. I want to master the whole, whatever you have learned, I want to master. So I want to focus full time here. That is also fine, because they want. Other person say I don't have any time thing. I will master in 15 years, 25 years. That is fine, but I will go into every different thing. But slowly I will be getting. You understand what I am saying? So somebody is focusing only on physics. Somebody says, I want to focus on physics, chemistry, biology, history, geography. I want to do 150 subjects. Then you will also get small amount from each of the subject. And one person says, I just want to do like this physics. So they will only do physics. So it is again up to the individual to decide. And I will not decide for that individual what they want. How they want, I am not going to decide. Because I am telling this because many have said, you should decide for us. You should decide what I should do. I said, I am not going to decide for anybody. We will only give the prescription. You will give. So if you go to a personal trainer and they tell you to do all the exercises. These are all the exercises you have to do. Then he says, no, I don't want to do any exercise. You do for me. They can only prescribe. These are the exercises that person has to only do. So it is not anybody else can do it. Same way here, the sadhana is done by that person who is doing. And so this is like a very high level in terms of the Sri Vidya. So if you have any questions, like I can answer, because I might have gone different way or tangentially, or you would. I'm not sure whether you understood. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I really appreciate what you just mentioned, right?
Okay.
It is individual based. There is no prescription of this mandala has to do this, and you have to attain a certain level. So that I truly appreciate. Now, speaking from the other side of it is we also might want like a roadmap or with milestones. It is not that everyone has to adhere to it, but if I know that this is your roadmap, and then I choose when I'm ready for the next stop. If we want to just talk in an analogy fashion.
Okay.
So is there something that you can provide us where I can analyze that is truly what I would like to see, that roadmap, and then I determine I am here now, I am ready for the next stage. I'm ready for the next stage. So that I would find extremely helpful for me.
Okay.
I had that same question, because where we stand, how we approach, anything else, we have, we don't have no idea.
So actually, this is really a good question, because this is a question which is in everybody's mind. Everybody wants, because when I say about the free will of everybody, practically it doesn't work. I am telling that. Now I am telling. So I said you all do free will, whatever, right? Then now I am saying, because why I said that is, this is the context you have to understand. The free will is, but in a practical sense, we need a proper roadmap to see how the proper gradation of what we are doing. So that is why the roadmap is given in our ashrama's paddhati. The way we follow is actually the roadmap. For example, our in ashrama, when Swamigal was there, our guru, Vimarshananda, he used to say, the most important you do every day Lalita Sahasrama. So that is one roadmap, the first roadmap. So the first thing, the first roadmap for the Sri Vidya Upasaka is doing Lalita Sahasrama. Then you'll say, okay, now you start doing the japa. So you have been initiated, you sit with the Anganyasa, Karanyasa, you do the Guru Padaka mantra, then the Mahaganapati, the Bala, Navakshari, then Panchadashi, Japa 108, how much ever you can do. So you try, this is again a Japa is an internal thing. So you try to, it's a more a meditative thing. So you try to do a Japa. So that is the next roadmap. Once you have done these two, then you will also learn what is called a Nyasa, where you saw the Matrika Nyasa, the Antar Matrika Nyasa, then Vashinya, the Vagdevata Nyasa. In our Nitya Anushtanam book, Ashta Nyasa, the 8 Nyasas are there, it is in our book. So you try to do the Nyasa. Then you have learnt the Nyasa, then you try to understand the Sri Vidya calendar, the Ashtanga, and then you try to do the Parayana, the Natha Parayana, then the Gatika Parayana, Tattva Parayana, the Nitya, Titi Nitya Parayana, then Nama Parayana and Mantra Parayana. So that is the next stage. So now when I say this, and then you try to do the puja, like then you do what is the basic, how you approach the Bhagya Puja, how the puja is done in the Sri Chakra, how we invoke your own Atma Shakti into that, how you do the Yoga Pitha Puja. Again, when you do the Nyasa, there is another big Nyasa called Yoga Pitha Nyasa. Once you learn that, so that's the Yoga Pitha Nyasa. And you also do your Atma Prana Pratishta, where the goddess is invoked in your own heart. And then with that invocation, you are able to further invoke that Mahatripura Sundari into the Sri Chakra or the Murti or Vigraha anywhere. That is how you are able to pass on that energy. And only when that energy is there, you are able to do the puja. So when I said this is for learning. So now you cannot, so this is, you have to be very careful. When I said first you do Lalita Sahasrama, then I said you try to do the japa, then I said you try to do the nyasa, then I said you do the parayana, then you said the puja, right? But when you have learned all of this, this is not the order. That is what I wanted to make sure. Then you shall say, this is for learning purpose, a roadmap I am giving when you learn gradation. But because when you have learned everything, then first thing you will be doing maybe nyasa. Then you will do the japa. I'm just saying that can change. But when you are learning one by one, this is the gradation of learning. And at the end, then you will be chanting Lalita Sahasrama at the end. So are you clear on that?
Yes.
So this roadmap is given in our Nitya Anushtana book. So the Nitya Anushtana has Lalita Sahasrama Trishadi, then the Devi Mahatmyam Chandi Par, everything is there. I always say, when we say Nitya Anushtana, this is the most difficult aspect of that Sri Vidya thing for all of us. Not just for you, for me, everybody. Is we say Annikam, Agani is the day, right? So it says like, then you also have the whatever you do in the night, like Turiya, Sandhya, like for all of that are that. But if we say Annikam in a daily basis you do, we have the Nitya Anushtana book. If I start reading in the 5 and try to do all of that which is given the Nitya Anushtana, you will do like 3 days. You will not even finish in one day. Then why do we call Annikam? I'm just saying, it is not even possible in one day. But what I am saying, that is a roadmap. So you go into this, then when you have more time, you do Nama Parayana, which alone will take like 2 hours. You do both the workers. Then Mantra Parayana, you complete in say like 100 days. You cannot complete Mantra Parayana in one day. If somebody wants to, then the only way if you want to complete continuously is you go to a cave in Himalayas, take Now somebody said you can even rent some caves or something now. So you go inside. So you sit in that Himalayan cave, you rent out, then you are inside. Then you try to do continuously. So I'm just saying there is no again. So again the no prescription. As he said, you can do in 10 days, you can do in 100 days, you can do like continuously without eating anything, sleeping. You do this is because it is totally 63,000 Panchadashi Japa with all the mantra. That is mantra parayana. It takes long time. Though it is given in an Arnikam book, Arnikam means on a daily basis. Can it be done daily? It is not possible. So you have to have the simple roadmap I would give is, that is why we have the Lalita Sahasrama Parayana Krama, that CD, like which is available in the website, right? Where you do Lalita Sahasramam, then Devi Vaibhavasya Rashtotram, Lalita Trishadi, then Sri Mata, the Mantra Kirtana. That alone is one puja. Then the Durga Saptashati. That again we are given the whole thing, which is like again it's a 4 hours. That is again another puja where you do the Durga Matrika Nyasa, then the Kunjika Totram Kavajar Gakelakam, all the Navakshare Japam, the whole Chandi Parana, then the Ragasatrayam, then the end 4 hours. That is again another Sri Vidya Puja. So don't think Chandi is different from Sri Vidya. It's only gradation. After Chandi, you try it, because now once you get that, with the blessings of the Guru and the Chandika Mahalakshmi, you get that purity of more awareness and conscious of the chitta becomes much better, your consciousness, that you are able to get into the Panchadashi. And within the Panchadashi, again, you do, once the Panchadashi is there, then you do Lalita Sahasrama, Trishadi, all that. That is one puja. Then you try to do in the morning all the japa. Right? Once you do the japa, you take the time. So now you have to balance your time, saying, okay, on a daily basis, I cannot do everything. So let me say on Fridays, we will do Lalita Sahasrama. So on this day, let me do this day. Other day, every day, I will do all the japa. Maybe I will do 24 times or how much ever possible, because I have to go to office. So I have only 15-20 minutes in the morning time. So you have to, then you say within 15 minutes, if they come, I will say, okay, just do this 4 japa mantra, sit there, do the japa. Then you say, I have 1 hour, then you also do the parayana, which is you do all the matrika, the nyasa, which is matrika and the 8 nyasas. And also you do the Navanatha Parayanam, then the Ghatika Parayanam, and you will do the Tattva Parayanam. And in the evening time, you do the Titinitya Parayanam. That's it. You don't have to do Nama Parayanam or Mantra Parayanam. And when you are doing, some days, what we do is, we call the Shishya, they all come. So let us just do the Nama Parayanam, because Nama Parayanam alone takes 2.5 hours. So everybody assemble, because when you are doing Nama Parayanam, all that, initially alone is very difficult. So that is why we have the ashrama, the group here is, you have to do in a group thing. And in a group, the problem is, if you are trying to do in a online thing, as I was saying, the books only give the slush of all the knowledge. It means you just assume how much that person who has written the book would have knowledge. You would have 1,000 or million times. You would have million times of knowledge. When Appa gives something, it comes from his heart. He is giving only 1% of what is in that heart. But he has millions of what is already there. I'm just saying. But when you directly listen, you are able to get that. So same way, you might be wondering, so best roadmap, another road, this is not a roadmap, but it's a universal, like it's more a map in terms of how from a group, you are all able to benefit. I would say that, okay, this is this is our Paddhati, our BPA. So on Friday, we will do Lalita Sahasramam. Not everybody, you have like different houses or where it's possible. Everybody meets and you try to do together in a group prayer. Then you say, okay, we will do the Nama Parayana. Let us all assemble together, do the Nama Parayana. So when you do that in the assembly of your own, you would be amazed to see that how the positive energy of your own, because all of you, once because you have initiated, you are also, all of you are Ambal Swarupa. You have the divinity of Ambal in you that you are able to, it's like a resonance. When two things in physics, if they are same frequency, it is, you get much higher sound. Those who know music, they will know. When it is in Shruti, you get, how it happens only because of that resonance, that it is enhanced not 2 times, but many times. Same way, your own, when you do in a group, so that group is very, very important. When you come, everybody, I understand the limitations of space, limitations of time of everybody, that they are not able to meet. But at least once in a month or once in a week, if you all meet and then say, okay, this week let us, then 1 week we'll all sit together, we'll do the Nama Parayana. Then sit together 1 week, we'll do the Devi Mahatmyam. So when you do that, yesterday when you are all chanting, I could see the impactfulness of the Devi Mahatmya. If one person is chanting, yesterday I was seeing 25-30 people chanting. It was just when we enter, because when we entered in, you are already chanting. That vibration of that was immense. And how immense it is whatever somebody enters with all, like, because all of us have dukkha or something, we always want some, and we have unhappiness. It just like it is blown away, like all that is all blown into pieces. Then you get a very good peacefulness in your mind, that when you enter. So how does it happen? Who is it? So if somebody says, yesterday if I say I entered, I had that great peace of all of you chanting Devi Mahatmya. It was so excellent. It was so good. So if I want to credit, whom can I credit? Nobody. Because it is your sum total of all of your own devotion and how you are all chanting this very powerful Devi Mahatmya mantra, that you are all getting that knowledge. So did I answer your question? So this is the roadmap. So any other questions?
Quick corollary. Yeah. This question keeps coming, so I'm just repeating on behalf of others.
How we
If I
can
take
get
this,
the dedication to do that, discipline to do this.
You
It
get
is not
automatically.
small.
Yeah. So that again, I will. So another question. Yeah, that is the one thing. So even I apologize even today, like for not coming like on time. But I'm just saying the all the like places of like BPA. This is the what we have been telling, which is now followed in Toronto and also in Bay Area, Chicago. All of that. Even here, I want that. I know the because of traffic and all that, this is slightly more difficult. But what I am saying is the discipline. First of all, you have to have that. These are all. So there should be a more of you taking active role instead of just Shivakumar or something. All of you. That's number one. I'm just saying how the discipline comes. More taking active role in terms of supporting each other. If say Vidya and Shivakumar are busy, somebody else takes that role of leadership. That's one thing. Number two, you already have to make sure that if there is a program, you will say when you say you are going to start this program at 6:30, you start at 6:30. Otherwise, you say, okay, with everybody to come, if it is going to take 7, that's fine, 7, whatever the time. But you put a time, if it is 7, it's just like a meeting, 6:59 or 6:55, everybody is ready. Everybody is on that time. Then you say, this is the time you will finish it, you try to finish it. So we will have to have a discipline of starting in time and finishing in time, so that we value everybody other's time. The other has to, so time is a limited concept. We say timelessness or saying lokadita, gunat, kaladita, but it is not. It is the next stage. But time is limited in terms of we have 24 hours. We have to do grocery, we have to cook, we have to take care of family, husband, wife, then children, office. So much things have to be done. So you are now allocating time. So when you allocate a time and you give the time, not only it is your time which is valuable, everybody else's time is very valuable. So make sure that we start and finish in time, that they are all able to. So you said 2 hours, don't make like long bit. On a regular basis, if you make too long, then that is one thing. After the time is done, if still all the devotees, because in say in the Toronto ashram, we say we have a 2-hour puja. They all come 2 hours. I make sure in 2 hours everything with Mangala Arati, everything is done, and say you can all go home. But nobody goes home. They stay for 5 hours after that until 12:01. I have to really save it. But that is different because they want to get much more. So even here, after that, you all want to talk in a way like, which is again important, is fine, because somebody has another work, they will go, and other persons want to really enjoy the company, because the company of our own satsanga gives so much happiness that yesterday after the puja, we could have left immediately, but that aura of that power of that thing, I didn't want to leave that place. Nobody wanted to leave that place, although it was 11:30. That is a different issue. You understand, right? That is a different issue. But you finish it so that anybody who has some other program planned, they can go and do that. But you can still have a very, very healthy discussion and talk. That is very, very important. So the discipline you do and have a program which is like, say, Lalita Sahasrama, and Devi Mahatmyam, anything you do. So like in the Bay Area, what they have done, because when you have like more volunteers, some volunteers are not able to fully lead the Devi Mahatmyam. So what we have done is, in the website, our Devi Mahatmya, which is there 4 hours. So we have done that. I don't think it is in the website. We have made it 30 times faster and 50 times faster, so that those who are very, very fast, so what they do is they use the 30% and then they play that, and then they play that in there, and everybody chants along with it's like a sing-along. So they chant along with that. It becomes very easy because they get the exactly same thing. So they just use our recording. So now because of that, even though that person who is wanting to lead is not able to chant fully well to lead, that person is able to lead because of the tools available, which is the technology, where we are able to speed up any way. Now we are given the slow speed of 4 hours for beginners. Now you are all no longer beginner. Then you will find that's too slow. Now you are all, then you speed up like 50, 40%, 30%, 35%, right? Or 50%. It depends on your own. Once you get adept and you become, then speed automatically comes. You are not speeding up. Speed automatically comes. Only when you learn, you are slow. So doing that is one thing. So if you are doing this on a regular basis, then you know that Bhaskara Prakasha Ashram, this is the thing, it is done on a bed thing, then everybody will come. So slowly, and do not think about number. So if say only 2-3 people are there, you still have to consistently do it. If you do, that discipline comes from that person. Like as a group, you all decide that this person. So in that person's house, it will happen. They will sit and then they will play the tape or Lalita Sahasrama audio CD, and then everybody will sing along, or the Devi Mahatmyam, or the Nama Parayanam. It is much better if more people are there, because it is slightly complex that initially you all have to learn how the Nama Parayanam is done. So if more are there, then the person who is expert in that group will lead the other person in the group. So by doing that consistently over a time, then you get the discipline. No longer, then you don't go back. So this is how you really get into the groove of our ashrama's activities, in terms of how in the Nitya Anushtana book, it is so big. Our Nitya Anushtana book has everything which is required. What is not there is the higher next stage of the puja. So when you have all done this, then you can come to me and say, okay, now I am ready for the puja. Then you can start do one, because otherwise, once you are actually sitting for the puja, you no longer require any books or anything. It is all in your heart, or it is just coming out. So then you start doing that. So that is how it comes.
Yeah, see the smile on everybody's face at the same time.
I have
Yeah.
a follow-up question.
Okay.
Nobody minds. So if you said you should have some, say for example, weekly sessions, right?
Okay.
So one week we can say Lalita Sahasranam, Parayanam. So can we do, are there any restrictions as to in that particular week we decide we'll do all the 8 nyasams? For example, all the 8 nyasams.
Okay.
So we just do that. We focus because probably we may not be beginners for Durga Saptasati, but we may be beginners for all the nyasams. So we are learning, we are doing it slowly. So say we only have like one Friday, or we are going to do all 8 nyasams today, and that's it. Are there any restrictions to do
Yeah,
it
once
like
you
that?
do the nyasa and finish with only Sri Mata Kirtana, the small bhajan.
Okay.
So that puja.
That will always be a sampurna set. So I just want to make sure that if you are picking up on certain steps and
Yeah.
it will be a
Because
sampurna
you are
set.
doing nyasa only to perform the japa and parayana.
Correct.
So that you just to do only cleaning the house. What is the purpose? You want to do some function that
Actually,
night.
yeah.
Do
So
puja. Okay?
Okay.
Do nyasa. Now time is over. Do only the Sri Mata bhajan. That means you have done the Sri Lalita Sahasranama and Tirthati already you have chanted. Do Panja Namaskara, walk off. Sarva Mangala Mangalya, walk.
in like in the Toronto group also, we actually did the same. So initially, everybody will come only the nyasa alone, and they will all go just the nyasa. Then they will discuss the nyasa later on, because then for that time you gave half an hour extra for that. But just the nyasa, you focus on that, and as then you do the Sri Mata mantra kirtana, the bhajan, and then you finish it. That's it. So it is just like once you do that, you become expert on that. When you do that, everybody just do the nyasa alone. Then you can have a session where you just do the japa part. One session, just the japa part for everybody. Then you later on, then you have a session for the parayana, the 3 parayanas. Then you have a session for like
that's
yeah.
a little breaking up.
Yeah, breaking up.
Become expert and
Yeah,
more,
absolutely.
at ease.
Yeah, that is how you have to do. You have to go into that. That is the speed, which is very important. Then you become at ease at that, and then you go to the next. Yeah. So don't try to do everything in one day, but slowly make it into small components, right? And then try to assemble the small components. Like later on, the assembly will happen, but try to have the small components alone initially.
And that way it may be more flexible for people to give 2 to 3 hours in rather than 6 hours.
Yeah.
Then, so it gets more participation.
So,
Targeted learning, right?
Yeah, targeted. Yeah, targeted. You have to target it. Yeah.
ETS Guru. ETS Guru. Yeah. Question that I was asking earlier is a question that keeps coming again and again and again. If I've been leading a very happy life, all of a sudden I'm at a crossroad. Should I take the Diksha? Should I not take the Diksha? If I take the Diksha, I'm going to use some negative words because that's how the feelings are. So I'm representing the question from other people. Am I getting trapped into something that I don't know? Meaning, now I've taken the Diksha, I can't give it back. If I don't have the Achara, if I don't have so many other things that I know I'm supposed to have, did I make a mistake in taking Diksha? Or is Diksha a very normal thing, simple thing, good thing that people can take and follow a disciplined life? When I'm living a life of, maybe I cannot spare more than half an hour for puja. I hope I have summarized the question in a simple form. The fear factor.
Okay. So the question is, if like again we go back to the purpose of the mantra. So according to our scriptures, the Vedas, all the mantras in itself are very powerful, and the tantras provide how these mantras have to be imparted, and even Delta Sahasrama Purva Bhaga, like in the how the Hayagriva and the Agastya story, how the Vishnu Swarupa Hayagriva is imparting the knowledge he got from when he was in the Yoga Nidra. Then when he gets in that from the Devi's mantra, he is able to impart to Agastya. So that is the procedure, and obviously these mantras are powerful and helpful. That is number one. And then the question now is, you have said the mantra is very, very powerful. It is very efficient. It is very useful. Does it work in the same way to everybody? I wouldn't say so. Because everybody, we do not know what are all their karma, what is their prarabdha karma, what are their punya karma, papa karma done in this birth, in the previous birth, how much of it will be erased by their own sadhana. It will be erased, but will it be fully erased? We cannot answer. So that is why, because of every individual brings with them this karmas, and according to our shastras, every karma will have a phala. A good karma will get good phalan or good thing. A bad karma will give you negative thing, right? So with these sadhanas, we are trying to remove the negative of our own karma. So it is always beneficial in that stage. But when somebody says they want to, for every step, they are saying, okay, I did this. Okay, where is the phala? So I have done this. So I have done this japa. Okay, how do I physically see the phala? It is not possible like that. It is not as simple that you are saying that, okay, I have this problem I am doing. So that is why in Srividya, when we do the initiation, which probably I should have told before, is the main reason to get the Srividya initiation is the final, the mokshartham, or the final human attainment, or the highest, which is in Srividya, is not after death. It is when you live. Moksha in Srividya is not death. Moksha means being the complete bliss or complete happiness all the time is what is Srividya. And that happiness comes when you think that your wishes have been fulfilled and you are happy and you are thankful to the goddess or gods that everything which you have, everything good thing you have, you are grateful to the gods, and you feel that this negative thing which is going on, which is you are experiencing, any negative or dukkha, is actually the removal of your papa karmas. So that is also, you feel this is also good, because that is all my papas are being washed away by the dukkha I am facing. You understand what I am saying? When you face the dukkha, you feel like that, then you are always in the bliss, because you are no longer unhappy. Because even the unhappiness, you think, okay, this janma, it did, when this, as a Manushya, as a human, I have done this papa karmas, knowingly or unknowingly, and this is getting washed away. So if somebody says, okay, I got, so never ever think that this mantra, this is the most powerful Mahavidya. That is why it says Srividya is Mahavidya. Atma Vidya, Mahavidya, Srividya. Srividya is Mahavidya Never equate into a small barter thing that I do 10 japas, you immediately, I am now driving a Honda car, I will do 15 japas, I want now next BMW. I will do another 15, I will have this thing, I will have another house, I will do another 50 japas, I will have this. No, this is not, do not never do this into a very small, what we call the Anitya thing. So Nityam is our Brahman, which is the eternal happiness internally, which we want to experience. Never equate that into a materialistic thing. Only when you do materialistic thing, when your question is, so I am doing this, I am getting negative. So is it good? I got this. That is why I said I am not even prescribing. If I have prescribed, you get this mantra within, like some. That is why I'm saying, I'm not saying other mandalis are wrong or right. I am never a judge into right or wrong. So when I am saying, our Swamigal would never say that he would give Diksha and say, within 1 year, you have to do 15 million japam and then come back to me. He will never say that. I'm just saying, if he will not be that much prescriptive, he'll say, you do it, you will get the grace of Goddess. My Guru's grace is there, Goddess grace will be there for you ever. Slowly do in your own pace and try to get that. And never, no comparison with any of the other co-shishyas or other shishyas, but do it in your way. So never think that I got this, I want to do this japa only because I want to have a anitya thing. So if you focus on the nitya or the bliss, so Anando Brahme Divya Janat. So it says, our Upanishad says, final thing about any human happiness is what is the happiness. And the happiness is not related to wealth. It is not related to the amount of thing you have. Because if it was, then you ask somebody said he got a lottery for $5 billion. I was so unhappy. He said, oh, so somebody said, why you are so unhappy? You got $5 billion. No, actually, in this lottery, there was a thing. If I had this also combination, I could have got $10 billion. So I'm so unhappy that I missed that $5 billion. So rest of my life is wasted because I will be thinking about what I lost. I lost the $5 billion. So he has forgotten that he has the whatever in his hand. In his hand, I am me hasto Bhagavan, I am me Bhagavattara. It is within your grasp. This Bhagavan, this is there. The Ananda is in you. It is within you. But you are searching everywhere and saying, because I did not get this Ananda is gone. So that is why in the Acharya Stotram says, Dhanadhanya Mani Vastra Bhusha Lepana Malyada Grihagrama Maharajya Samrajya. Until that, everybody thinks, okay, Griha, I want Grama, Maharaja, Samrajya, then Dhana, Dhanya, Mani, Vastra. So here what the prayer is, if somebody will have all of this, yes, Dhana, Dhanya, Mani, Vastra, Bhushana, then Griha, Grama, Maharaja, Samraja, he will have, if he has everything, then obviously he is going to have some positive ananda because of having all of this. You are praying to the Ambal, see, give me that happiness. Because if he gives you all that, if you give the kingdom, now you are the president. But so much problem that the president thinks, oh, I cannot be even a president. The first earliest thing I want to go away, run away from everybody, because it is not giving me any pleasure, but only unhappiness. Somebody has so much wealth. So please take me all this wealth, because it is giving so much dukkha, because all my family members, they are all fighting over this. So let it go, all of it. Let me just give me that happiness, right? So here we say the happiness is the Ananda, is what is the Brahma Vidya, which is the Ananda Vidya, is what is the Sri Vidya. And when somebody takes these mantras, whether it is Namakshari or all that, we have to tell them, if they ask this question, we have to tell them that this is the one you have to focus on the Ananda, and the prayer you are doing will for sure bring you that Ananda. that prayer is the most important thing in anything. The more you pray, the more ananda you will get.
There's a lot that goes on about acharam. So what is acharam? Nobody knows. But my grandmother said, my grandfather said.
Okay, so okay.
Don't follow acharam.
Yeah. So about the, again, so the acharam, the purity. So if I say that for me, again it is different for everybody. But I can only talk about what is true for 99%. So today I came here. I could have just come, just getting up, without even washing my face, brushing my teeth, nothing, without taking bath. I could have come. Still I am here, right? That's a fact. I can also do like brush my teeth, have bath, change my clothes, and then come. So I am coming here. So now what is achara means? So now I am saying I have taken proper bath. I am clean physically, because when I take bath, not only I am cleaned physically, I get the joy when I take bath. When I take a shower, it is not just that I know that I am washing all my dirt, but I am also seeing that I am actually perceiving that my own internal thing, that all the dukkha, all the negativities which I may have, when just by taking the physical water in my the bath I am doing, I get so much happiness. So somebody is asking how a bath can give you happiness, because it is a physical thing, right? But does it not give? Don't you feel that when you are taking bath you are happy? So when you are fresh, you are right. So the achara this is the one. So if somebody is asking, so if you go to like Maharishis or somebody, Bhagavan, big Ramana Maharshi, or any enlightened, so they are sleeping. Then you feel this person is a very great sage, but I don't see any achara there. Because then we say yaschachara vihinopi yova pujam na kurvate. So in the Kaula Upanishad finally it says the person has no achara. That person is not doing any puja, japa, anything. But nandate nandane vane, he is being in the continuous eternal bliss, because he has transcended our realm of the normal life into the realm of that Brahman, which is incomprehensible. They have reached that stage that they are always in the happiness thing, because they have reached that stage. So the achara for a normal for us, it is important that if somebody ask me, is achara important? I will say, when you transcend that level, it is not important. But on a physical level, if somebody is asking me, I would say it is always better that you take proper bath and then you do the puja. But I wouldn't say that is the only way you should do. You could still do that without taking bath, because internally your manas is so, you are so much enlightened that you no longer feel the necessity for all of this. Still it is fine. So the acharam is individual. So it depends on individual to individual. If you are mentally happy with that, then you do it. If you are not happy, then take bath and do it. So the achara, what type of achara is individual. So there is no prescribed one achara required for all of you. Yeah.
No, when you're explaining about how taking shower brings you the happiness, right? One is the physical cleansing, but scientifically one can explain that, because when you take bath, basically what you're doing is improving your blood circulation, all the rubbing and everything. It just brings your blood circulation, it revives you, including circulation to your brain. So then your brain is more brightened, lack of blood circulation. So in a way, if you really look at it, taking a shower, one purpose is cleaning and whatever, but the other purpose definitely improves your happiness, scientifically speaking.
Yeah, so that is perfectly right. So that is why acharas have been. So what I am saying is, the acharas which have been prescribed by our elders, by the rishis, is precisely the point which was just made, which is scientifically also the bath is useful. And but today, when somebody says that if you have not done your bath and you are doing, then it is totally hopeless, that is not right. That's not what I am saying. The acharas have been prescribed that it is, they have, the rishis or our elders know that if there are two things, A, B is better, then they say, okay, do the B as a achara. It does not mean that then if I try to impose that B into everything, then that is not right. So that is why I am not imposing any of those acharas, but practically you would be knowing your own achara by just that. Like if I take bath, so that is a achara. So if can I do it on bed? Somebody is saying I just when I get up, I'm so bright. I get this meditative state that I want to do the japa in the bed before I get up. Can I do? I said yes, you can do, because that person is getting. Then so then I can say that is the achara for other. I don't say. Every individual achara is different. Somebody says, no, I get that only after take bath and sit in the puja room, I am able to meditate. Another person says, my meditation, when I sit in the puja room, I don't get any meditative state. When I am in my bed, I get the meditative state. So, okay, do that there. Where you are getting that state, you do it. So the achara is, your achara means the proper procedure. But our rishis have given the achara in terms of from the best thing, where it works for 90% of the people. That is what you can give. You cannot do for 100%. We only say 90% of the people. I am saying that if you take bath and do, it is better. But there could be 10% for them, it is different. So it depends on, but we are not prescribing.
I think the point being made here is the end result, the end state, which is important, is where we need to keep our focus on. How you achieve could be individual, that is what I say. And if you want to make it a little spicy, there is a very, very popular person, a very senior Sri Vidya Upasana. He literally does puja as he gets up to bed. And he's got lots of followers. So there's nothing called this is right or this is wrong. The end result, the state which is important, that is where we need to keep our focus on. So now the fear factor of like, if I take Diksha, then if I'm not able to take a bath because I'm traveling, because I'm in a flight, I've committed a sin. That fear factor is what he's explaining that it should not.
It should not be there, because there is no because you are in your flight, you cannot be taking a bath in your flight. So you are fine. So you just wash and then you do so when I do some of the parayana, say for the Nama Parayana, when I am doing my walk. So one varga, it takes like maybe 50 minutes to 1 hour. So I just do it when I am walking, the parayana. So I don't think that I am wearing a shoes now. But because I'm walking, during the walk, I am just doing my full parayana. I finished the parayana. For outsiders, I am walking, because the physical is very important, like your well-being. But I am also doing the parayana. So we are trying to so if somebody is asking, is this your achara correct? I say, for me it is correct. I cannot say it is universally correct. For me it is correct. That is why for you, every achara, but you have to see, you cannot, so you also have to see, when you do the achara, you have to see the 90%, what is right and what is wrong is different. But you have to also see the majority. So I am saying, I am sitting here, this dress is not for, to me, I feel that this is not an important thing. I can do the same, the puja, same thing with whatever dress I am. I can do with my shoes on here. But I don't do it. I don't bring a shoe here, put it on and then try to do puja. Why? Not because it is not, but it could be offensive for somebody watching it. So you have to also have in a group, when you are individual, it is different. When you are a group, there are some societal norms are there. Try to, so if I say that the dress itself is not important, whether you have dress, you have zero dress, you have any dress, it is your own. When I am saying antarmukha samadhi, I am doing internal sadhana. What is that outside thing is not going to have any impact, right? But just to have everybody else who is also watching. For that purpose, if I believe there are avadutas. For avaduta sannyasis, they don't wear any dress because they don't see a need for the dress. But what you do, you cannot say because that I follow that avaduta, so I am taking out removing all my clothes now, right? So you have to also see the society, the sensitivity, and what everybody else is saying. I'm not saying that is the most important thing, but that is also you have to consider. So the achara has come only because of that. The achara has come that once, if I see because of that repetitive thing, that in a subconscious mind, if I am doing a puja, I have this vibhuti and I have this chandana kunkuma, I get more meditative state because I have been doing for so many. Why? Because I cannot explain. You can say this is a conditional syndrome when a dog gets like you do ring a bell and then you feed. It will not eat if you don't ring that bell because it is saying only after that you have to. So that bell, everything is all like that. It is just that it is a reflex that the achara itself is a reflex that once you do early morning, you get up, you do sandhyadana, you get that happiness, then you continue to do it because it gives you that lot of positive energy. That is the achara.
Yeah. Few questions. I think the answer goes to the questions.
Yeah. So the other what I was also thinking is, so I got it. So from a Sri Vidya, I said there are different aspects, right? Like how you attain. So the Chandi Mahalakshmi, which is yesterday I said the Mahakali Mahalakshmi Saraswathi, the Chandika Mahalakshmi, she is called. She is none other than the Mahatripura Sundari of Sri Vidya. So there is no change or no difference in the Chandi. So there are people who say, I will fully do the Chandi and then attain that. It is another path. So based on that, what I would like now, because we are also going to do the Shata Chandi Homam next month, and also the Sahasra Chandi from July 25 in San Francisco, I would ask my father, Sri K.R. Yajnarthnam, to talk about the Chandi for like half an hour so that we all get benefited from, as I said, what he pours out from his heart could be 1%, but that 1% alone for us could be a million things. So I would say like, I'll ask him to talk. Say Guru Pyo.
Sri Guru Pyo Namaha. Even though I've been told to talk about Chandi, what I thought we are discussing about Sri Vidya and Achara and Parayana, what to do and other things, that I will give an example what our Parama Guru, that is Vimarshananda in the Saraswathi Swamigal, practiced in life. That I will tell you. That will give you all the answers for all your queries. Okay, first one. You must know Gita Bharatan is coming here and other things. We are going tomorrow for Pushbar, that Anandi's house. Anandi's marriage was conducted about 4 to 5 years back in the Pune. I have been specially invited. I was also enjoyed because I will get a sumptuous meal in marriage and I will be taken care of. There is no other problem. That is my. For them, they have to conduct marriage and everything, their problem. And I have given the nice seat in front of the podium along with Anandi's grandfather, that is T.R. Vishwanathan. He is an author. He written about so many books and other things yesterday we are talking about by his side. Then Anandi's grandmother is all sitting there. And the marriage was supposed to be start around 9 o'clock or 9:30, the auspicious time. Then as usual I got no other job. I will get up early and other things and roaming around the room. I thought I will walk into the hall. There Anandi's mother, Usha, that is Gita's younger sister, and she was going to start the Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam. The moment she saw me immediately do namaskara, what not other things, I thought, what you are going to do? No, because the marriage is going to start only by 9 o'clock. So that I thought before that time I will complete the Devi Mahatmyam and other things. Her daughter is marriage, minded, because how much job you will be there. Why? Now Swamigal told me daily you should do the Parayana whenever you are in some tension or some problem or something. All your problems will run away from you. Duradiva palayante smaratas charitam mama. So that I thought I will do the Parayana. All her friends are running around here and there in the hall, making all arrangements. I thought, okay, I will also sit by your side. Because I didn't take any books and other things. She was started the Parayana. I was also chanting along with her. Chandi Parayanam was over. Within 1.5 hours or something, she offered me coffee, tiffin. That all over. Then I was sitting by the side of her father. He asked me one thing, Yajnan, I am living now, he is around 93 or 94 now. I am talking about 5 to 6 years before. Because of, the reason for my longevity of my life, I don't know. He told me, because of her belief, he is telling his wife, her belief, I am living so long. I told, what is the things you are telling? Yes, I will tell you the incident happened in my life. And this gentleman was very particular on time, sticker to that time. Even if office at 9 o'clock means we will be there in the church at 8:45. Because he was practicing. And he's got certain problems. He has been diagnosed, he has got a cancer on his throat. Preliminary reports are more or less all confirmed and other things. He has been called to hospital. They were living in Lodi Colony, nearby the Subject Hospital, that is across the road. He had to be present in the hospital by 9 o'clock. Then he says, I want to start by 8:45 so that I will reach within 10 minutes. And he was just getting ready and other thing. The wife is telling, you please wait for a few minutes. I have requested Guruji to come and bless us before you are going to the hospital. He says, you know my character. When doctor says it should be there means I should be present. No, I am not telling he won't be late. He will also time conscious. It is only 8:40 or something. Any few moments it will come. He was fully dressed and other things, all in the white and white dress, all pant and everything is ready. Only thing is, he didn't put the shoes, all socks and other things. By that time, Swamigal is entered. At the time, he was not took the sannyasa. He was only called here Tata or Dikshadhar Tata, Puja Tata, that is his name. He just entered there. Suddenly they have said he was, when they are talking, he is standing behind them. Then make a problem them. Okay, then he took, then they took the namaskara. And he took some vibhuti in his hand, do some japas. And he asking, where is the problem? He says, I got a pain on my neck. Then he put that vibhuti there. Then he is telling, now you have to start around the 8:45 or something, Already it is 8:45, now you can start. Before he is asking, I will took permission whether I can leave or not. He was stunned really. He says, now you can go. She will take care of me. Atithi Upajara and other thing, she will take care of me. Now you don't worry for anything. Everything will be perfectly normal. He went there. To his surprise, again he has been called. What are the treatment to be given? what is the time schedule, rather thing, for that only has been called. All preliminary tests and other things are all over. And they are all really worried because all our 3 daughters are there, everybody is to get married. So many things are there in the house. That the chief person is going to the hospital with this type of problem means you can imagine. Suddenly doctors and other things, they are all puzzled. Because what are the symptoms they got in their hand, in the paper, when they are doing the re-examining, nothing is showing. Then again they have done the re-test and other thing, again I will take a biopsy, you come. Now there is no treatment, other thing for you. They won't because there is no cancer. Afterwards he says, now I am living for last 60 years because just the belief of my wife, before going to the hospital, if you do the namaskara to the Guruji, whether you have the belief or not, faith or not in that activity, I have got the faith. Please wait 2-3 minutes extra for me and he will give you the prasad. Now that has happened. And he was telling, and she wants to get initiated on Sri Vidya and whatnot or other things. For asking this question. And somebody has told you can't get yourself initiated singly, even your husband is there, he is also to be jointly to be initiated and other things. She was in a dilemma, how to put the problem to Guruji. Then by the time when he reached there, she was standing and whether it is essential, we should both of them get initiated and he was not, yeah, it is good. If we can, there is no problem for me. Same time is going to be taken for the initiation. You both of them please sit. Then this fellow was not ready for the Upadesam and other things. Suddenly he also sat all over. He asked me a question. You have given all the Upadesa. I don't think I am having much time for doing all this japa and other things. What I am supposed to do? That question, I think I am coming to that. He says, he only want to get initiated so that wants to do japa, parayana and nyasa and other things. He asked me whether you should also get initiated, yes and essential, because somebody is telling. I thought it is better, I will give him the Upadesa also, so that in time, he will do all the Parayana and Japa and everything whenever he's got time. He told him, I have never told you to do all the Japa and other things. This is sufficient for you. She will do all Japa, Parayana and other things. You will do only 1 minute prayer or whichever Japa you want to do as per your schedule. You do, that is sufficient. In course of the time, as per your wish list, you will get everything fulfilled. He was really thunderstruck. He says, no, I am telling correct. I have never asked you to do japa and other thing. Today initiation, that I have put the seed now. It will germinate, the tree and other thing will come like a big tree. In course of time, it will develop. That was telling me. He only wrote about Guru and other thing. He wrote about all religion. His recent book was All Changes of India Whole, starting from Vyasa and other things. Latest, he put all. So that time will come, it will come. So that japa, parayana and other thing, as per your own schedule. Whether you are chanting 1 time, 10 times, 100, 1,000, you fix your own chart. This is why initiation is essential, means without the password, you cannot operate your computer. Without having any initiation of Panchadasi or Bala Mantra, you know that already D.S. Mani gave in the lecture. It will be just reading only Anandavadan Kalki or some magazine. For chanting Lalita Sahasranama, you require the initiation of Panchadasi or Bala Mantra. Same way, for chanting Durga Saptasati, you require Navakshari mantra. The procedures are there. There also I will tell you. One day when visited the Rourkela, they were calling him for doing puja. Puja and other things are over. Then one gentleman got up and asked some questions. He says, you have done the puja for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. We are not having much time for it. We are all working in the office. You are telling it is essential every day to do the Parayana. Good person, somebody asked, he says, Salita Sahasranama you should do daily. Then it is not possible for that. What is that report? Like in Vishnu Sahasranama, it is to be chanted daily. Some days it is not possible for you to chant. You do Rama Nama, Rama Rameti, like you are telling 3 times, you tell the Nama, Sahasra Nama Tatulyam, Rama Nama Varanane. Like that, he was telling, I will give you a small bhajan. There, then and there, he coined the Sri Mata bhajan there. Because that is the Dakshina Bharata Bhajan Mandali in Rourkela. If he told here, in English we will say to cover everything, A to Z. The Sri Mata is the first name of Lalita Sahasranama. Lalitambika is the last name of Lalita Sahasranama. If you do Sri Mata, Lalitambika, you have chanted the Lalita Sahasranama. First word is the Kakara Rupa for Trisati. Krinkara Parasokhyada is the last word for the Lalita Trisati. These two, somebody told this question. We have not been initiated. For which his answer is, already have initiated you. They couldn't get the meaning. He says, I have told you Sri Mata, Sri Mata Lalitambika means I have given you already the Bhuvaneshwari and the Lakshmi Bija mantra I have given you. That itself is the initiation. So that you can start right now. You need not waste even a single day. So that already it is over. So that whenever you didn't have time to chant Lalita Sahasranama, this small bhajan, one word bhajan, that will take care of it. Another thing, Achara. Very, very important things is told. Achara Prabhavo Dharmaha, he says. That is the first thing you should practice. That is there in Vishnu Sahasranama also, and everywhere it is telling. Without Achara, whatever job you will do, it will go. But Achara that is purely based on your mind. Because everywhere the Achara will be different depending upon the place and time. In Eximo's place, you can't prescribe for him daily 3 times taking bath and other things. This I have my own experience, I will tell you. In Madras, I can put the cloth every day into the bucket of water and put it over. Nobody should touch. Every day muddy and other things, all we will do. I was there in Banaras. That is in 1960. The boatman, he will remove all his cloths, old cloth, put it on the banks of the Ganges. He is taking a bath, taking little bit of Ganges water, doing the prochana and wearing the same clothes. Yeah, I think yes, but his clothes never seen the water. Same clothes. You can, hopefully it will smell, you will go near him. But for area. The reason is he is having only one cloth. He can't afford the second one or luxury of having so many cloths. Okay? So that he put the little bit of water in it. I will give you the meaning for it. Then my grandmother's, that Sabandi Karna, the thing, her 10th day, 11th day functions were conducted in the Ganges. Then the super duper, that Acharya was there. He is my father's friend. He's got the first prize for Veda Bhashya. Took 7 years for reading Veda Bhashya, not for Veda. For each and every letter he studied with the meaning. One of the foremost disciples of all three were father's very friend. You must have heard the Tattvamasi, you must have heard his father. We have to give the Godana or the Danas to a Brahmin and who is well versed in Vedas and who is doing all the Agnihotra, the all karmas for him has to give. Then my father asked him to whom I should give this Dana. There is a one person standing there. He is from origin of Karnataka. Using only one vastra. Normally we should use 2, upper garment, lower garment. Okay? But these fellows having only one mundu, that kasi tundu, that is in the red in color, wearing, having a small mala, not rudraksha, that is Bhairavas, that kasi kair, the black thing is wearing, having a bidi on his hand and enjoying his smoking. And he is standing on one leg. In Shastra, you should stand both legs. And he is having one leg, is put there, standing on one leg, enjoying and seeing the Ganges. My father telling what to whom to give this Brahmin. But he is having a Gnopavita and that is all we can see. Because there is no upper garment, Then he is telling, either you give to me or you can give to the Krishna. His name is a Krishna. He says, okay. Then he told him, Krishna, come on here. You take a bath in Ganges and come over here. Immediately he thrown away his bidi. He jumped on the river and removed his. He is having only that langodu and over this small tundu, He tries other things come. He has given this vibhuti. You take the thing all bhuti. Okay. You sit on the asana. Then he has been given. I was watching this one. My father has got no doubt. But I am telling you what his achara is telling. After doing. Then he told me, I will answer you later on. I know what are the things that burning on my mind. He told me, what is the Shastra says? You should be well versed in all these things. He should not have committed any papa. The purest person only you should give dana. Okay? Now I have made him the purest person. Once he will take a bath in Ganges, all these papas has vanished. Immediately I took him before committing any other sin. I have given the dana. Then I told him, okay, fine. See, what I am telling, the same way that boat wala taking a bath here thing, is taking little of Ganges water, doing the prokshana there, that means that cloth is purified. Now it is not old cloth, old and other things. It is a pure. Okay, fine. Then the same boat wala is sitting here. My grandmother is insisting before going to the work, you should take a bath every day. And we are here in the Banaras, the banks of the Ganges, and you should take a bath only in the Ganges, not of the tap water. That too in winter. Now I got no other alternate. That I will rush. There are about 75 steps are fun. I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, jump like that. Everywhere after 5th step you will have. Sir, there is an exercise warming up for me. Otherwise I cannot take a bath in the morning. Then suddenly I jumped that. This fellow was sitting. What you are doing? I told him, you are हमके क्यों पूछ रहा है? You तो नहीं जानते, हम तो नहा रहा हूँ. क्या करें? स्नान गंगा स्नान करें. आप तो गंगा स्नान तो नहीं कर रहे हो. हम बोला अब क्या है? ये तो गंगा जी नहीं है. हैं? वो बोला ठीक. Then you are not doing. Then ask कर क्या करना है? आप तो बताओ हमको तो हमारा माथा मत काटो हमको तो जाना है. अब इस बस को पकड़ना है. तो लो अब गंगा जी कह रहे हैं आप गंगा जी तो कह रहे हैं, आप गंगा जी को माना नहीं है। बोला क्या है? What is the problem? The problem is, if it is a Ganges, how you can put your leg first on the Ganges? Whenever a big holy persons are coming, unko we are doing the pair chona, doing the namaskara and other thing. First you should namaskara to the Ganges, then only you should put your leg over that. This I have seen my father will do. When he will get near going to the putting before his leg there, he will take little bit of Ganges water, do the prokshana, then only he will enter. Then say, हमको क्या करना है? तो पहले प्रोक्षण कर लो, उसके बाद नहा लो. अच्छा ठीक है. This is the achara. You are getting the point. You can do whichever is possible. Next day, when we'll purchase the Vilva Patra in the roadside, you know how Ganges will be there. Lot of they are muddy here, there, another thing. You can even put the pear over it. That type of the area was so nasty. So that before taking over that, I thought I will clean it. Then I will give so that they can offer to the Devi. When I am doing the cleaning part in the Ganges, he was the same fellow was sitting. I thought, क्या कर रहे हो? फिर यही बात, you are asking क्या कर रहे हो? No, अब तो देहर है, हम तो उसे साफ कर रहा हूँ. किसी के लिए? उनको देवी को ऊपर चढ़ाने के लिए. क्या आपको ऊपर हम चढ़ाओ? वही तो पूछ रहे हैं, देवी को चढ़ाने के लिए. तो इधर क्या कर रहे हैं? तो उसका साफ कर रहा हूँ. अरे बाबा, अब तो साफ कर रहे, गंगा जी के दे दिया, उसका तो निर्माल्य हो गया है, उसका कैसे जाकर के उधर चढ़ाएगा? क्या है, क्या बात बता? मेकिंग माय लाइफ मिजरेबल. ठीक है, अब हमको क्या करना है बोलो. Nirmalya means once you have put the flower into the Devi, afterwards you can only wear. You can't put it again back to that is called Nirmalya. He says, if you want to clean it, take a cup of water from the Ganges, do the washing outside. The moment you put means it is a life. He feels Ganga Ji is life. That is the main problem. Same way you should feel Devi is living in your house, in your book, in your idol. Like that you should feel. Once you got the feeling, everything will be all right. That is a simple thing. You can learn from anything, but his association name is very much pleasing to me. That is called Vedic Sampradaya. Sampradaya means tradition. The tradition of Vedas. What it is written, half the things we are knowing, they are not knowing the meaning. We are just following somebody is telling another thing. We are learning any problem. Now I have told you, the boatman is instructing me, I am taking a lesson from him. But that is when I am checked up with my father, he said, what he says is right. But up till now, what you are doing is the wrong. Because learning is not an important thing in Achara. Seeing and practicing and following the footsteps of the Guru, that is the Achara. He will tell you whenever you got any doubt, he will give the clarity and clearance. That is, Achara is very much important, but you can tell him. I will tell you another thing also. He is doing a puja when you are initiated. He is how, as a housewife, we can do early morning puja and other things. It is next to impossible. My main job is to put the children and my husband by 9 o'clock outside, pushing them out with the tiffin, coffee, whatnot, all other things. Then only even God has come, I can see him. Correct? There is a practical thing. You got your own responsibility. Then he says simply, now you know, you got all the Lalita Sahasranama and other things learned by heart. Yes, I know. And how much time you are going to take for your cooking? Minimum 45 minutes to 1 hour. You have to complete it, whether you like it or not. You have to complete it. He says, do. Well, you have to do the cooking, you have to concentrate that activity, correct. You won't talk to any other persons? No. Okay. When you start putting the rice on the cooker, you start Sri Mata, Sri Maharaj. The moment your cooking is over, your Parayana also over. Half an hour, it is over. Less than half an hour, it will be over. Then from there, you are going to bring all the things pushed up to the dining table. You show to the Devi as a Niveda. Niveda means you are showing. Then you distribute your children. The sadam will become prasadam. Now the sadam, that is the rice, now it has become a prasadam of Devi. Your Lita Sasana Parayana over, your puja also over. Puja, Upacharam, that is the last is Nivedanam. You start with Gandham, Nivedanam is the last. You are coming already to the last. Already you have done the Parayana, Puja, everything. Your job is over. Now you do whatever want afterwards and other things. Why I am telling, you can make yourself within your allotted time, available time, you can do puja whichever way you want. Only thing is, you require your mind, your belief, your faith that I should do puja. Even 2 minutes, you are giving to the children, you show to the Devi from there itself. Because she is there everywhere. And give to the children, it will be good for you and for the children. Another thing, doing the chanting, you are telling, taking time, how? There also, what I am suggesting, his way of teaching is something unique. I have never seen anybody's teaching like that. He will put all the children, he will tell them, you tell Sri Mata. One sloka she has to tell, other slokas everybody will chant. Next sloka, second fellows will tell, so that the concentration will be there. You can't see this side or that side, because when your turn will come, you will bring what is the sloka. Then it is a group activity. He will ask the children, if you got any other job, you have to tell him in advance. He won't insist you should come and other thing. Never he will engage the group more than 1 hour. I have learned from him, because the time should be so short. In that time, he won't talk any other things. In that 1 hour, he will finish. If it is not over, he says, no, Paranam is over, you can go for your play. He will never allow them to see, watch, oh, I have go here and there and other thing. If he will say 30 minutes today, Prayana, 31st minute, you are rest assured, you are disposed of. That is another thing also I have learned. Third, never rush up your Parayana. You fix that time. Fix that time. If it is a Shata Chandi is a totally different thing, because you have to count the number of Parayana. Purti you have to do. For daily Parayana, you can do only 1 chapter, 2 chapters, that is sufficient. They will be very pleased to slowly, which is on your own speed. Once you will do on your own speed, learned properly, and you should, all the words you should chant initially. Then speed will come. That also I will give you this incident only. I asked him one day, you are all telling you should go daily Parayana. Chapter 12 says, every day we should do for Nityam, Mayatane, Mama. About 11 times it will come. As we have to do Parayana, Devi Mahatmyam daily. He says, yes, I am doing the Parayana. Generally for me, it didn't require any book or anything. He will do the Parayana. If somebody will come, he will stop there, he will talk. Within 5 minutes, maximum he will talk only 5 minutes. Otherwise, he will then even close his eyes. We have to tell whatever the things get clarified within 5 minutes. Then he will chant Parayana. He says, I am doing on my own time. Nothing wrong. Whether you have to sit in a bed or a chair or your friend, you don't worry. Even Kaulopanishad says, Pratara Utthaya Desikaha. When you have to do this Kaulopanishad, before the moment you are getting up from the bed, you can chant the Kaula Upanishad. So that you need not ask for any other persons. And the purity, whether I am pure or not, for which you are doing the Achamana, Atma Tattam Parshodiyami Yugam Swaha. That means whatever bath you have taken in the bathroom, it is only for the external. So that first Sthula Sarira, then Sukshma Sarira, then Karana Sarira. That all will get purified. When you take little bit of kumkum, put on your sindoor, on your thing, or vibhuti, you are purified. Vibhutya bhuti manosi. That is, even you are taking bath all other things, the real purification happens only the moment you take the kumkuma or what other thing. Someday it is not possible for you to take bath or change the cloth here, there, or you feel you have gone out and other thing, it is not muddy. You don't worry. The moment you go to the Devi, take little bit of kumkuma, now you are the purest person. Now you can perform. You don't ask anybody whether it is essential or not. It is purely goes by your mind. Doing Parayana is most important than doing all these things. For which it is there. Even doing all these things also, we will do Achamana, another thing we will do Prokshana. Even Sandhya Vandana first to do, you do Prokshana, we will all purification ceremony only we are doing. That's all you can do. Don't search for Ganges water, because I have told you another thing. Your water which you have brought today, Gange Yamune Cheva, Godavari, Saraswathi, whatever, all the Punya Tirthas are there in your Panchatras. Do with the Mula Mantra about 8 times, that is got purified. It is all you can learn only from asking these type of questions to your Guru. You will clarify then and there. Problem is over. This Parayana. Have a belief. As he is told, do stotras. If you can't chant full Lalita Sahasranama or doing the Pancha Namaskara, Sarva Mangala Mangalye, or you can got time only for one sloka to Sarva Sarupe Sarvesi Sarva Shakti Samanvite. That is sufficient for you. Your prayers are over. Why I am telling all these things? You can do any amount of parayana, amount of japa, nyasa, homa, everything. But unless until you got from your own heart, you should believe you will get immense benefit out of it. What is the maximum benefit you can get? You can get only the permanent happiness. That is, you have taken this Janma, you don't want another Janma. Janma means only for sake of sufferings we have taken birth. That everybody should understand. Because there in between we will have some pressures. Traveling in a Benz car or here, there. There also that car is higher speed, you land in an accident, then that also got but. So that this samsara means you are always having a suffering. This is a question of only degrees. If you lost each and everybody is having their own problem. Never compare your problem with the other person's problem, which is better or which is lesser and other things. But the solution is why we have telling you should get initiated either in Navachari or in Panchadasi means we don't want this cycle to continue. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, that we should break this cycle for which only Lalita Sahasranama chanting, Panchadasi Mantra Japa, Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam or Devi Mahatmyam, this stotra, that will give you full benefit. Finally, he has been asked the question, I am suffering. I have told you, king's problem is different and Vaishya's problem is different. Asking, now you have told the story. What is the purpose of giving me the story when I am suffering? Never offer any persons any giving go there, here and other things. Never. Because already he is suffering. You should not put him some more problem. You should not prescribe him. Your problem will go away. You go to Tirupati and by walk you should reach the abode of the temple and do your problems. How this fellow will go over there? He is not having any problem. He is already suffering money. So that only solution is Saranagati to the God Almighty. That you can do wherever you are. Finally, Saranam Parameswari. You do Saranagati to the Parameswari. By doing Aradhana to the extent possible, whichever is possible, that is by you. Do that type of Aradhana. Not very, very big thing and other thing. Niraharau, Yataharau, Tanmanaskau Samagitau. Initially, I want to do all without taking any water, food and other thing. After that, I will take little bit of food. It is immaterial. You put your mind on the lotus feet of God. Tanmanaskau. Give with full commitment, full involvement. Even 1 minute prayer you do, you will get whatever you want in life. What is the thing you should ask in Devi is, you should not get again the rebirth. That is called moksha. So that he also told, whenever you are suffering means all your papas is coming, that is right. Because whenever, sometime we will say, because of your tears, you are washing down all your sins. So that whenever your suffering is there, you think Goddess is very nearer to you. So that she is nearer, immediately do the prayer and catch hold of the lotus feet of Goddess. Correct? Why you are suffering? Because God has given you opportunity. The moment you suffer, you ask for the relief. What is the relief? Saranam Parameswari. Saranam Parameswari, what you will get? Bhoga, Swarga, Apavargata. You will live like a Lord Indra with all pomp and show, with full power and money. You won't have any suffering due to old age or any diseases. And finally, Apavargata means in which place I am going, there will be no return. That is the thing. So that the prayer in Chandi, starting with Sarva Sarupe Sarvesi to Rogana Seshan, 6 slokas, that will give you whatever you want in your life. Only thing is, you should get rid of the fear of the future, fear of any unwanted things, or any, when you are going, you are afraid of some snake will catch you and everything, she will take care of it. Sarva Bhijibhyaha, Sarva Bhujebhyaha, Sarva Bhayebhyaha, everything you will get rid of. 3. Okay? Next one. Now you know the reason for your suffering. That is your own effect. Why I have suffered money lost in the stock market? Because I have invested, because of greediness, something extra. Correct? So that I have lost everything. So that your action is only, now you are enjoying the fruit. So that once you know the problem, it is easier to get the remedy. For which that act is called papa, evil act, which we have committed so far. How to get removed it? You chant use the bell in the house, ghanta. That sound will remove all your papas. Correct? That was the reason we are doing Sakhanta Padano Devi Abhyopurna Sutaniva. You are making one more request to her. I have removed all my papas. There is no necessity for you to put it in the piece of paper or website so that everybody know what are the papas I have done. Because in court of law, when you will pardon, you have to accept all your crime, ask for the remedy. Then only you will do. In Devi, I am telling, these are papas I have done that you know. We need not state here in the public. And you protect me as you are protecting your own children. Then you protect the child. Even he will never complain to the father, he has committed so many things in the morning in your absence. No, everything is all normal. Same way you protect me. Babas, you remove. Already I got the money in your hand is there. Ghanta Solagalani. That is your Aida money is there. That I will do with force. That is not going to cost me anything. Babas are removed. But you need not tell outside. Now I am a purified person. I am a king. I am the most honest person in the world now. You can put a notice board like that. Third, I should never get involved in any accident whatsoever in my life. Whatever may be, that too, you need not protect only myself alone, because I have done the prayer. I have done the prayer only for the sake of my kith and kin. Remember always these things. When you are doing a prayer, especially mothers, their prayer is first their children and their husband and their in-laws. They should live happily without any problem whatsoever. Then only they can eat happily at least 3 bowls of rice. Otherwise, it won't go inside. They will take the rice in their hand, their tears will flowing down. They can't be able to swallow because their kith and kin are suffering. They need not express outside. They can weep only to the goddess. Only she is to only give the remedy. There he is telling, Chandike Tvam Nathavayam. You protect not alone me. I don't want. You protect all my family from all their problems. Then only I can do worship to you. That is my purpose. That you do on their behalf. You need not worry about they are doing the prayer, whether my children are doing the puja, you don't worry about that. Your job is do prayer for the sake of all your family. How she is going to do? The reason is you are having in your right hand that khadga, that is the sword. That is so fresh. Any problem comes, you release your hand, that sword will take care of all the obstacles. The sloka, 5th sloka. Next, no disease whatsoever, whether it is infectious, whether it is accidental, or it is the perennial, or from the birth, that all you should take care. I am not defining the diseases. I am asking you that should be removed from the root. Aseshan, Rogan Aseshan. Aseshan means you should not leave something so that I can recur. No. Another thing, very important thing, I have never seen anywhere in any type of prayer, in any religion. Because I am made of flesh and blood. I have got my own ego. If I will do some mistake, some persons are they are very much concerned about me. They want to correct. They are telling me, don't do this way, you will land in a problem. But my ego won't accept that advice. Then I will insist, no, I will go only this way. Who are you to advise me? I know everything. That sometimes because my arrogance or my ego, I am taking a wrong path, pushing away all the advices given to me because it is my nature. You know my nature. I am asking you, if I have taken something wrong decision, you enter in my heart and change the decision So that if I myself take the decision, no, today I don't want to go in that way. I don't want to take today swimming when there is a storm and other things, Atlantic Ocean, even though you are a good swimmer, it is not possible. You make myself take that decision so that nobody knows I have taken peace. There is no quarrel in the family. Correct? You know very well. You are telling something your husband don't do, but he says, no, I will do. Finally, whole family will land in a problem. So that the only way is she should enter in your mind and change your thought. Ruttadukaman Sagalan Vishtan. You know, whatever things I am asking, you are going to give. Even when I have something wrong, you make myself to change, for which you are having Ankusha in your hand to course correction without knowing other persons. Because my ego is not accepting other person's advice. Finally, that is my request. My children or myself, we are working in somewhere. Any job, that should be recognized. I am getting the salary and other thing, it is there. But I should be patted on my back for the job I have done by my peer level or my superiors. At least my subordinates should accept I have done a good job. That my mind is longing. My mind is longing for it. Then will I will be happy. Otherwise, everybody will feel I am doing morning to evening donkey's work. Nobody is recognizing. You are also doing daily. I am doing good. And when you ask how is food, no, it is working. Then you get but you have spent 2 hours, 3 hours, another thing. And when you have done the dosa, it's referring to idli, means it is still worse. Therefore, your heart is longing for the appreciation. Pamastritanam Nimapannaranam. I know the moment I will do the namaskara to you, there won't be any problem whatsoever will reach me. Na vipattu narana. No accident or anything bad will happen to me because I have done the namaskara to you. That belief you should have. But still I am doing namaskara. Why? Because Shastrayatam Prayanti. If I have done the namaskara to you, the whole world will do namaskara to me because I have been appreciated. That is the thing. This Chandi is Sri Vidya. Both of them are the same. Why? The end result is the same. What is the end result? Moksha. Whether you will chant Lita Sahasranama or chant Durga Saptachati, you will get over it. I will give you a small text, 5 minutes more. You know what is the reason. Sri Mata, Sri Maharajni, Sri Mat Simhasaneshwari. You are calling home mother. You are the queen of the universe. You are sitting on the Simhasana. She may be queen, like Elizabeth, but she can't appoint even a single queen because the parliament is there, prime minister there, all other things. You are a queen and you should be executive president. That is most important, not ornamental president. Okay? Next word. What is the next word? Sri Mata, Sri Maharajni, Sri Mat Simhasaneshwari, Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta. You are not born within normal way like we people. You have come out of the holy fire. What for? What for you have taken this form? Devakarya Samudyata. What is Devakarya Samudyata? What is the job of the gods? The job of the gods is alleviation of human suffering from the people, those who are doing the namaskar. Got the point clear? Your problem may be anything. That should be ward off. Whether it is financial, mental, physical, or your enemy, or your expectations, whatever may be your problem, that should be fulfilled. For which persons are there. You can ask idli only from the hotel. You can ask something only from the shop. Whatever. So that different gods are there. Take care of your needs. There are 33 crores devatas are there to take care of the different needs. And what is their problem? Their problem is they should have power to exercise, to give the boon to the people. Now, what is chapter 2 and chapter 5 are telling? The moment they have been defeated in the war by Asuras, they have lost the power. They are running here and there even to sustain their own life. How they can help other persons? You must have seen whenever you are traveling in the airline, they will say, before helping other person, you put your mask first, then you do other thing. No, first you should have the power. Then only you can give to somebody. In order to give power and doing the job of Devas, Devi is born. Chidakni Kunda Sambhuta Devakarya Samadhyata. Devakarya means this is Deva's Karya. Now, the moment I will say, you must have chanted about 1,000 times. You shall not realize the real meaning. Finally, we are telling, Abhyajakrana Murtir Ajnanadvanda Deepika. You are the one person. You are showering all the blessings on us. Even though we are no way we are deserving for to receive that type of boon. I have not done anything to you, but I am reaping so much of benefit. That is Abhyaja Karunamurti. You are doing these things because of Daya on us. Even though I have not demanded anything. Just imagine. Anytime your children is demanding food from you, you are only forcing them, feeding them in the morning. That because of, say, you put that act, same way. Like anything why father is working so hard and that thing, accumulating so much wealth, not for him, only for the family to enjoy the fruit. They will live comfortably. They should not suffer like I have suffered in my early days. At least my children should live comfortably, for which only you are all working. Correct? That is Abhyaja Karunamurti. They have not demanded anything from you. Same way Goddess says, Ajnana Dvanda Deepika. You are suffering because of the ignorance. That should be removed. Ajnana Dvanda Deepika. The moment you light the lamp, how the darkness is vanishes immediately, you are the person. Now, how it can happen? You won't have any meaning. You will chant like a parrot. To know the meaning, Devi Mahatmyam has been chanted. You can't relate these things to your problem. When you are telling Devakarya Samadhyada, Ajnanadvanda Deepika, it is nothing is clicking on your mind, Now, for which, why I am going to the God? Daily I am not going. Why? Because I am landed in a problem, I want a remedy from him. Because other persons are not helping and my own power is become useless now. Then I am searching some supernatural power. Now the problem is, what is the way to catch her? Somebody has to tell me. That is Saranam Parameswarim, to Saranagati. And here, Devi says, you did not do any worship to me. You just remember my story. When Devas are in problem, I came, I solved that problem. Correct? You remember like a Mahishasravadha, Sumbhasravadha, the Charitra you can remember in 2 sentences. You remember the Charitra, you can't remember me, but you can remember the act. Sometimes you may say, oh, on the day I have seen the accident has happened. That always it will enter in your mind. So that The Charitra remembering is the only easiest thing. That was written, you must have said, Amar Kritra Kahani or Ramayana or Mahabharata. It is all illustrations. How persons are suffering, how they have come out of it. Correct? You story remember Ramayana, even one sentence or half a sentence. That is sufficient. But that Charitra, the moment you remember the Charitra, your problem will run away from you. Correct? Already my time is up.
Please go ahead. It's so good.
Now, you do only these things. You remember the Charitra. For remembering the Charitra, you chant. That is over. Another one point I want to take 1 more minute. The chanting. Initially, you may take 3 hours or 4 hours and other thing. Then you do repeatedly, slowly when you are reading. Gradually, you can pick up the speed like you are driving a car. Once you know the path, once you know your vehicle condition, and your experience also in driving will improve, you may reach in shortest possible time. For which small story also, always I will remember only what my father is doing. I will only watch. That I will translate. There is one High Court judge, Sethuraman, after when become appellate tax tribunal, head and other things, creates concert caller. He has to go to the High Court by 11 o'clock. At that time, court will start. From Mylapore, it should start by 10 o'clock. Then only he will reach there, half an hour, put a coat and other thing, he can sit on that chair. His mother is very devoted lady. She says, Navaratri, we should do Chandi Parayana in the house. And she wants to do the Parayana to be, she heard somebody, you should hear the Parayana, then only it will beneficial. And he is not interested only to hear herself, she wants the son also to hear. When he asked the son, he said, no, I have got morning mindful, Sandhya Vandana, Japa, Panchayatana, Puja and other things. I have to go to the court. I cannot take leave and other things. He was telling. Then asked how much time. He called my father. He says, my puja and other things will be over by 9 o'clock or 8:45. Then 10 to 15 minutes or something he will take for the breakfast. Okay. How much time you have got? He says, I have got only 1 hour. That means Parayana should start by 9 o'clock. It should be over by 10 o'clock. Then only he can enter into his car, he can go to the court. He says, no problem. He will go exactly 8:55. 9 o'clock he will start the Parayana and 10 o'clock Parayana is over. 13 Adhyaya with Kavacharga Kilaka, Rakaschatriya, Devi Sukta and Ratri Sukta. And mind it, he is a Sanskrit scholar. And he is also opened the book, he is following. It is over. My father won't talk and other things. All for talking and taking the prasad and other things is my job. He will just walk away. Once Parayana over, then I entered the picture there. He asked me, I want to ask some questions to your father, but he is not standing. Immediately he is vanishing from the scene. Literally, what is your question? I am ready to answer. Because if I am staying there half an hour, I will get some more sweets. He stayed. I am also reading. Minimum will take 2.5 hours or 2 hours and 15 minutes from this first page to last page. But how he can be able to do? Okay, I will give you answer tomorrow because I am not having any ready-made answer. Tomorrow I will come. Same way you prepare all sweets and other things or Navedana. Next day I asked my father. He is asking this question, how is it possible? Have you skipped it? No, everything. Because he is also following. Okay? He says that is a breathing exercise. Like you people are well versed in music, you know, when you will do the Samakala, Chaukakala, or second stage, third stage, and other thing. When one beat, sometimes you will do 4 swaras, sometimes you will do 2 swaras, Sometimes you do one swara, sometimes you do half swara and other thing. So, correct? Same way, the moment I will start, he will pick the time. I have seen so many times. You want to do Parayana with 1 hour, he will complete it. You want 2 hours, same. He will pick the meter, accordingly he won't speed up and other thing. Initially, you will set up, you will complete it. If you want to chant with the children, he will set up their meter, which is comfortable to them. Then he will complete it. Then he says to pure breathing exercise. I have realized only on that day. He says, now you are taking Savarnil Surya Tanayo Yomunu Katate Tamaha Nisamaya Tadutpattim Vistara Jadato Mama. I am giving 4 break. I am giving. He says now. Savarnil Surya Tanayo Yomunu Katate Tamaha Nisamaya Tadutpattim Vistara Jadato Mama. Here I am giving from 4. Now I am given to reduce to 2. Now, Savarna Surya Tanayo Yomana Katate Mahanisam Yata Zutpatim Vitarato Mama is like that, is reducing the breathing gap he is giving and he is achieving. But same time he is taking the Ucharana so that you can hear. As it is, he is telling, he stopped the clock. How is it possible? 1 hour. Then I have not stopped the clock. I have done my breathing exercise, giving the gap, so that you can also nicely do Parayana in reduced time because of your experience. But never speed up on your goal. No, flogging the horse and other thing. Gradually you will pick up the speed. Then only you will enjoy. That point also. If it is that, but pick the time. 2 hours means 2 hours. 1 hour means 1 hour. So that you can enjoy, you can master, and it will be beneficial to you. I think I have completed. If you want any questions there,
So again, I have the same question that the dedication that I'm not because the
No, that's
other
okay.
one
Yeah, you can say yeah.
I really want to have this. Daily I have to do this much. If I see that, how I will develop
simple.
my mind.
You can have dedication. I will tell you. How you are serving your children? They are sitting in your front. You can't get away from them. If you won't feed them, they will weep. They will make a noise. It is a nuisance value. Either for that or without love, you are taking care of them. Correct? Think Goddess is sitting in your presence with the flesh and blood. The moment you assume Goddess is sitting there, dedication will come. Automatically, your commitment, involvement will become involuntary. Ever think.
The guy on the Ganges.
Yes. Now I cannot